live from our audiovisual studios right here in Maryann Okon, Victoria Island, Lagos. As usual, we start off with the big stories from the weekend, and right after that, we move on to other matters arising, which obviously is Checkpoint here in Lagos. We're checking with Lagosians how the movement is, what the street light situation is, what the traffic situation is, last mile officials doing right, police officers doing their job, etc., etc. And of course, we call the attention of government to certain things that need to be fixed in terms of our roads and traffic. And then, of course, on the big hard facts today, we're going to River State. Yes, as the military administrator in River State, or whatever we want to call him, hands over and, of course, gets ready for Sim Fubara to take over and return to Government House. There's several other matters arising in River State, and that is what we're going to be discussing today, especially the rumblings within the APC in River State. I'm going to be joined by the factional chairman of the APC in River State as we discuss this and more. Well, once again, welcome to the show. My name is Maryann Okon, and as usual, you know how we start the show. Here we go.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation on our live stream. Welcome to the Big Three Stories. But today we're starting with the big weekend because the weekend had so many things happening in it, and we're bringing them forward into the brand new week. I hope you had a great weekend, by the way, guys. I hope you had a restful weekend. I did, and I loved it. All right, let's start with the Dangote situation. Don't forget that Dangote, just before the close of the week last week, decided that he was going to slash the price of petrol. Well, DAPPMAN is tackling Dangote for slashing those petrol prices. Let's find out why. The Depot and Petroleum Product Marketers Association of Nigeria has kicked against the plan by the Dangote refinery to slash petrol prices. Now, the Dangote refinery recently announced that it would, on Monday, drop petrol prices from 865 to 841 in Lagos and in the southwest, while it would be 851 in Abuja, Edo, and Kwara State. Now, this would come alongside the commencement of its direct fuel distribution scheme, one that a lot of people have been kicking against over time. But in a statement on Saturday, DAPPMAN Executive Secretary Olufemi Adewale said that portraying Dangote refineries' repeated fuel price cuts, I beg your pardon, as patriotic gestures overlooks both their timing and their effect on the market. According to Adewale, the price reductions were strategically timed when other importers had active cargoes at sea and in tanks, creating price shocks that undermined the competition and imposed financial strain on fellow market participants, including the refinery's own domestic customers. Adewale said it was concerning that the refinery offered lower prices to international buyers while quoting higher rates to local off-takers. This, he said, contradicted public-facing claims of prioritizing Nigerians and placed an unnecessary burden on domestic businesses already operating under tight margins. I think on Wednesday I'm going to have to get someone to come into the studio. Hopefully Jide Pratt can help me make sense of this, because it's supposed to be an open market where there's competition, and if I'm reducing my price and I'm taking the hit and this is good for my business, I'm trying to understand why you're crossing my camera, David. I'm trying to understand why I would have to be dealing with certain groups of people who are coming to tell me that, oh, this is not patriotic, this is bad, you're making it bad for my business. Stop crossing my camera, David. What is the problem? Anyway, I don't know why David is going in and out of the studio. Anyway, I would really like someone who understands what's going on here, because I did see the DAPPMAN spokesperson on Arise Television this morning trying to make a case for DAPPMAN, saying that, you know, what Dangote is doing is destroying businesses, and then that monopoly conversation comes back on the table. So is Dangote for the people and DAPPMAN against the people? What exactly do you think is going on here? I'd like to, hopefully we can make sense of this if we bring an expert into the studio within the week to talk more about this. But most importantly, I want to talk about Toby Amusan. I'm sure you've seen that video. You've heard what she said in that video. And most importantly, I loved the Wari accent. But then she made a very important point, saying, how are people not switching allegiance with this kind of treatment that Nigerians are getting? But the AFN replied Amusan, saying, look, you flew business class and you got full kit. It's just that the full kit is still on its way. We just gave you a bit of the kit, not everything. Let me read what the AFN said. The Athletics Federation of Nigeria has dismissed the claims by world record holder Toby Amusan that athletes were handed poor quality kits for the 2025 World Championship in Tokyo, insisting that the hurdler was given full kits as her teammates and even received special treatment in travel arrangements. This is as a report from Sunday Punch. Amusan, who's Nigeria's biggest medal hopeful at the championship, had taken to Snapchat on Friday night to criticize the distribution of the competition gear. In her post, she lamented that while athletes from other countries received suitcases of apparels, I could play you videos from the Team USA and Team Britain. You would cover your face in shame, unfortunately. She said Nigerians were only given small nylon bags containing 2 competition outfits of questionable quality. She said, and I quote, "This country will steadily embarrass you. Una culture make people not switch allegiance." My pigeon is horrible, by the way. Una never ready, she said, and that's what she said in the video. She further complained that despite officials collecting shoe sizes from athletes, no footwear was included, forcing her to consider wearing her own training tights and shoes. Of course, that outburst, completely went off the rails. People, took on to social media and said all kinds of things. But the response by the AFN, I don't know, how well does it sit with you? Does it calm your frayed nerves? Does it make you think that, is it satisfying what the AFN said? How come every other team has their whatever wisdom, but ours has to be coming on the way? That's one. Secondly, there's another video I want to play for you guys. One of the guys who dropped out of the match. I'm going to play this video. There are too many questions about sporting activities in this country and how we treat it. Do you remember the ladies who, for the first time they went to, I think it was the winter Olympics in, I think, Russia, the girls that did the sledge. How's that sport called? Chuma, you guys help me. I think they were the ones who first complained about, nobody supporting them, and they did it with their, do you understand what I mean? We're not particularly interested in anything that's outside football in this country. But when the people do well and try their best, we now want to, rally around them. And even with that, it's I don't know. But let me play you that video. Listen to what this young man had to say about the Athletics Federation and their insistence on him running. Please take a quick listen and tell me what you think.
First of all,
I'm going to try to get that video out in better quality before I play it, okay? But first, just listen to the audio. I will play the video so you can see the young man's demeanor. Just listen to the audio.
First of all, I told you, Team Nigeria officials, I wasn't prepared for this race because my hamstring is bothering me, but they still insist that I should go run. So I did what I could, and that's the outcome. Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean by you weren't prepared? Can you explain a bit further on that?
On Monday back home, I had a very good practice. I felt ready. I flew here on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I went for a shakeout, and I felt some tweak or I don't know, some shaking on my hamstring. And I don't run with injuries. Everybody who knows me knows I don't run with injury. So I told them, I think the day before yesterday, I'm not prepared for this. I don't think I could do anything if I go out there. But they said, just go out there and give it your all. And first, I didn't even warm up properly. I didn't do anything properly. So yeah.
Would you actually have been willing to sit out this race at the World Championship? This is your first World Championship.
Yeah, I was willing to sit out. I was very, very much willing to sit out. During the warm-up, I spoke with the doctor. He taped my leg. I told him, I'm not ready. I know I'm not feeling healthy and strong yet. Right now, I'm not feeling healthy and strong. I don't know, maybe coupled with the fact that I was diagnosed with COVID 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But, yeah.
Sincerely, why does ours have to always have question marks around it? It's still our team members that were captured in a video washing their competition gear so that they could use it the next day. And we're in 2025, guys. Come on now. Ordinary FC fine you back. They have good support. Why? What's the problem? What exactly is the challenge? And I'm going to project some. I hope that we can project it. Monies that were allocated to the in the appropriation bill for this competition. So where did the money go? What has the money been used for? Why are we having this conversation when the competition has started? I don't know, guys. I really don't know why Nigeria's case always has to be this. That we can never really just do everything properly and just, make sure that everything we show up all shiny. I think I saw a message from Okagbare, posting on social media, talking about the fact that this has always been the modus operandi. People just, take monies and force athletes to. I'm going to try to get that story out properly by Blessing Okagbare. And it's not a good report about us as a country. And we expect these guys to bring medals back into the country and make us look good. So Blessing Okagbare accuses Nigerian sports officials of silencing athletes, sabotaging sponsorship deals. And that's why the young lady was asking, what brand is this? It's a bit shameful. But I'll come back to that, guys. I will play you the video later on. Let's talk about River State quickly. Ibas obviously has defended his 6-month tenure as opposition's demand probe. Apparently, as the state returns to Simfubara on September 18, following the 6-month emergency rule in the state, Ibas has defended his tenure, stating that he fulfilled President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's mandate and stabilized the oil-rich state. Was it destabilized to start with? Is the first question. What exactly was Tinubu's mandate by sending him to that state? Because by all indications and all legalese that I've heard over time, that rule was illegal. Anyways, what exactly was the mandate? However, opposition parties are actually asking for an investigation into his tenure, particularly his management of the state resources during this 6-month stay in the brick house. Also, that election. Does the judiciary actually recognize that local government election that was not called for by a democratic leader but by a sole administrator? These are questions that we need to ask. But here's Ibas on Sunday in church, thanking God. Something when I saw this video, something came to my mind. I will post it on my X. I will not say it on the radio. 0201-277-0993, We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. You could join the conversation. But my final story is about you and I and fuel attendants. Vanguard newspaper says, how fuel attendants manipulate pumps, extort petrol customers nationwide. I'm sure that this story will interest you. Somebody said I was billed 22,000 naira for 20,000 naira petrol. A motorist said cheating usually is intense during scarcity, and I have experienced it once or twice. NMDPRA has been accused of lacking adequate personnel, and they're always absent at filling stations. There are indications, according to the Vanguard newspaper, of increasing incidents of manipulation of pumps at filling stations by petrol attendants and their collaborators aimed at cheating customers of premium motor spirits, also known as petrol, amounting to millions of litres yearly. According to the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Nigerians consume 50 million litres of petrol daily, but checks by Financial Vanguard revealed that the regulator, NMDPRA, does not inspect these petrol stations to ascertain compliance with the rules of the game in terms of checking functional dispensing machines and other malpractices by marketers. Financial Vanguard's findings shows that many pump attendants who dispense petrol products increasingly cheat their customers through pump manipulation and other sharp practices. I'm sure that you have been a victim. You must have been a victim, or sometimes you don't even know. Let's talk after the break. We're still live on Facebook and on YouTube. When we come back, the program is still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the big weekend.
More conversation, more talk, more.
Pain for body, pain from fever. That's why I don't carry up always. Ibuka hammer, then I will. Ibuka they buy me always. For you always.
After 3 days, if body no tranga, go see doctor. Na Shalina Healthcare Limited dem market am.
Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria Tandagdiba with Ibuka.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Attention, secondary schools in Lagos. Season 9 of the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament is coming this November. And this time, the battle for secondary schools with ultimate bragging right is officially on. Do you have what it takes to go head-to-head with the brightest young minds in Lagos? Can your school rise to the challenge and claim the crown? Then this is your moment. The I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate is calling your school. Registration opens September 1 and closes September 30. Registration for the I Beg to Differ Season 9 is school-based, only for schools. So gather your team and secure your spot early. To register, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the I Beg to Differ Debates banner on the homepage. Fill out the registration form and hit submit. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
So when you're cooking your delicious meals, don't compromise.
rich, consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
1 cube. Endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same, whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Ibuka capsule full ground. Anytime pen they around. If pen one show him power, 3 in 1 day. To knock and power. Ibuka pen for body, pen from fever. That's why I carry up always. Ibuka hammer pen away. Ibuka they buy me always. Before you know.
After 3 days, if body no tranga, go see Dokita. Na Shalina Healthcare Limited, them market am.
Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria Tandagdiba with Ibucap.
That special secret that awakens taste buds. Mouth-watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra Seasoning Cubes.
Terra Seasoning Cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra Cubes. Come cook with Terra.
Unstoppable you, fueling your vitality the whole day through. Embrace each challenge with renewed might. With Supermalt, your performance takes flight.
With 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, one Supermalt multivitamin after breakfast every day keeps you going.
Are you finding it difficult listening to your favorite talk radio Nigeria Info via the mobile app? Come closer. Let me fix that for you. Now, launch the app on your device. Click the 3 lines on the top left corner of the app. Look for settings in the drop-down menu and click on it. Turn on the first option that you see. Make sure you turn on the option that says always use highest quality available audio. Now that you have done that, close the app and relaunch it. Voila! I did it! Oh, sorry, you did it. Now you can enjoy your radio anywhere, anytime. Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The conversation you hear on Nigeria Info.
United Nations, Atiku Obi, and of course a senator from Borno State, Senator Alim Dume, all are outraged over the killings that happened over the weekend in Borno State.
Both UN and United Nations, all of them are shookers. Because all of them know the problem of this country. They know how it starts. All of them are involved.
These people, of course, Nigeria, I don't think they have the interest of Nigeria at heart. As far as they are concerned, Nigeria is a business enterprise, and they're only interested in milking the country.
The Lagos APC has denied claims that it's actually attacked ADC members in Ali Moshow.
Even if you're not pointing fingers to the APC, the police should swing in to find out who did this, right?
Conversation never stops. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Yes, and we are back. These are the big stories from the weekend. Dangote petrol price cut. DAPPMAN raises concerns. Toby Amusan's kit controversy. AFN denies claims. Rivers emergency rule. Ibas defends tenure amid probe demand. And finally, how attendants manipulate pumps and extort petrol consumers nationwide. These are the stories we're looking at. But most importantly, I'm asking you about Dangote versus DAPPMAN. Who's for us and who's against us? And what's wrong in a little bit of a healthy competition? 020-127-70993. Let's know what you think. With Ibas saying that he has fulfilled President Tinubu's mandate. What exactly was it? And he said he had brought back peace. Was there any sort of disturbance in River State that needed a military hand to deal with it? Of course, let's share your thoughts or your experiences if you've been fleeced by these pump attendants anywhere. Let's name and shame. 020-127-70993, 020-1465-7190. And with Nigeria, and this Toby Amusan situation, plus the young man who you heard, why is our own always like this? Let's talk. Hello.
Hello, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm Madam Lucky. I'm calling from the
Go ahead, please.
Yes. My comment is about the Subara issue and the emergency. I think I'm one of those people that we are condemning Samuel Otom for not playing politics very well. That led to that crisis that you see in Benue State. Today, I think they are counting their people good dead there. I don't think see what the president did is to first of all separate these people. I know it's not right, but he used that measure to separate these two fighting so that they can come back again and recalibrate and come back. Because if Fubara had been impeached at that time, I don't think the ethnic group of Fubara, the IYC that were threatening issues, I don't think they would go and sit down and be looking at a query. Because in Nigeria, we have ethnicity. So when we have president in power, same thing as governor, they should look. We should
to follow your train of thoughts. So to separate two fighting, it was okay for the president to disobey the rule of law.
The rule of law, because of our society, where we
no. It's a yes or no question.
Yes.
So it's okay to break the law because you are trying to separate two fighting, and there are no legal ways to address this issue.
Law for now. Maryann,
and who's to say that that's not an open door for any other person to take advantage of this loophole that has been created by this administration to cause confusion in what we call a democracy? At what point did Obasanjo remove the governor in Plateau State?
He removed it. Madam, Google it. Obasanjo removed it. Put General Chris Ali.
Yeah, but
see, after 6 months, he extended it again for another 6 months. 1 year. Google it, you will see it there.
I don't have to Google it, I know. But
I'm hearing you.
I'm saying that, don't you see that there is a connection between all of these loopholes? We keep creating them, and in no time, there will not be any law that we want to obey anymore because we're all just continuously looking for excuses to break laws or to create loopholes.
See, madam, yes, we agree, but in Nigeria's situation as it is today, if we are not mature when you talk about democracy, everybody Godfather.
So because we're not mature, let's just destroy everything.
We will continue until our politicians learn to put interest of the people at heart rather than personal interest.
All right.
We'll keep having all those things. Thank you.
All right, Madam Lucky. Thank you very much. She said yes, we'll continue. So Obasanjo did it. Hence Tinubu can do it. And every other person can get away with murder because, hey, there's antecedents. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello?
Hello, Maryann.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Tunde. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Tunde, go ahead, please.
How can somebody say that we don't follow the rules of law? Is that not what Obasanjo did during the time of the era? That people did not respect the constitution of today. When Supreme Court judged in favor of this guy in Gigi, and said Gigi should sit down there. That means he did not respect the rule of law. Is that not what they did today? That today of administration did not respect the rule of law.
Well, but the argument is the argument is that it's so that there's peace.
Which peace? What is the peace?
in the interest of
Is
peace.
that not peace in Ibas State before the governor was
There's that argument that they were sensing that there might be an uprising if something was not done, and that something was to bring a military administrator or a sole administrator.
Democracy is all about law. If we don't respect law in democracy, that means everything will be formed.
Tunde, I'm not holding brief for the president or anybody who wants to, take other ways to get to solve problems. But I'm saying, how many rule of law have we obeyed in this country so far? Especially, I'm talking about politicians. If we want to go by that,
we obey the rule of the law. The middle class, apart from our politicians or people, because they have money that they will use to buy the law. That is why Nigeria is like this. You know what? Let me put this one before I leave this phone. So Amusan is very, very good on that occasion that he was introduced to Nigeria. You know, there is so much corruption in any aspect, in any sector. That was why Nigeria did not qualify for World Cup. It's because of the corruption. So how long are we going to do like that? Tell me, how long? You guys now, I've been listening to your radio. I don't hear anything good about Nigeria. I don't hear it. Yes, I'm telling you the fact. I'm not happy. Since you started the narration of Nigeria problem, you are so concerned. But I still believe in this country.
Okay.
People will come and see beauty in this country.
All right.
That's my take.
Thank you, Tunde, for calling. I didn't want to believe that there's nothing good that happens in Nigeria. I'm something good now. There's so many good things that happen in this country. It's just that the bad things are really overwhelming and they take, front burner, unfortunately. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ambrose.
Ambrose, go ahead, please.
We are in a country where the worst of us rule the best of us. You see, the issue in Rivers State, you remember when the elders went to meet Tinubu, what did he say? He said, your son Wike is doing well. The crisis itself, Tinubu was involved because he wanted it to favor him. And you could hear what the sole administrator said, that he has fulfilled the mandate of Tinubu, not the mandate of the Constitution, not the mandate of Nigeria, the mandate of Tinubu. So it means Tinubu gave him what to do. I was a dossier of what he has to do, and he has gone to do them. And one of them is to install the local government chairman, and then further also to make sure that everything was done.
Did you say install? They would argue with you that an election actually held and people won. So installation might not be the word that you want to use in this case.
The chairmen that are there now, Maryann, they are not legal. They are not legal because it was an illegal sole administrator.
Well, it depends on what prism you look at it. They tell you that the National Assembly gave a nod to him being a sole administrator, so there's nothing illegal about him.
Stand on illegality, Maryann.
Okay.
You know. Then can I talk about Dangote?
20 seconds.
That yes, this Dangote, these same marketers, they were the ones that have been involved in the free subsidy. Now again, they don't want us to have peace. I thought we were in a capitalist country where the forces of demand and supply. When Dangote was complaining the other time that they were trying to spoil market for him, what did they tell him? They said it's a free market. So why are they complaining now? So they want us to continue to buy things at exorbitant prices.
All right, thank you very much for calling. I wanna try as much as possible to get as many calls in. So please, 60 seconds. And for those of you who want to see that video, let me play it quickly now. I have a better version of that video, and then I will come back to your calls. The young man at the Olympics who said he had an injury, he had complained about it, that he was not fit for the race. They forced him to get involved, and then they got what they got. That he doesn't like to run if he's not fit nor prepared. That he even didn't get an opportunity to warm up.
I told you, Team Nigeria officials, I wasn't prepared for this race because my hamstring is bothering me, but they still insist that I should go run. So I did what I could, and that's the outcome. Yeah.
What do you mean by you weren't prepared? Can you explain a bit further on that?
On Monday back home, I had a very good practice. I felt ready. I flew here on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I went for a shakeout, and I felt some tweak or I don't know, some shaking on my hamstring. And I don't run with injuries. Everybody who knows me knows I don't run with injury. So I told them, I think the day before yesterday, I'm not prepared for this. I don't think I could do anything if I go out there. But they said, just go out there and give it your all. And first, I didn't even warm up properly. I didn't do anything properly. So yeah.
So would you actually have been willing to sit out this race at the World Championship? This is your first World Championship.
Yeah, I was willing to sit out. I was very, very much willing to sit out. During the warm-up, I spoke with the doctor. He taped my leg. I told him, I'm not ready. I know I'm not feeling healthy and strong yet. Right now, I'm not feeling healthy and strong. I don't know, maybe coupled with the fact that I was diagnosed with COVID 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could say that, was he trying to make an excuse because he didn't want to run? Was he having cold feet? Was he genuinely in pain? I've got my left knee bothering me, and I'm not a sprinter, because if I were, I'd probably not be allowed to go anywhere close to, the track. But I can lift weights with it's letting up now, but I can imagine if you have a hamstring problem and you're supposed to be in a race, it's not going to happen. It's not. But this is one of many things that have piled up for not just the Athletics Federation, but just generally our sports federation. What exactly is our problem in this country? Join the conversation. 020-127-70993. If you're a lady, 020-1465-7190. On WhatsApp, it's 08095975-805. You can join the conversation. If you are listening to us from outside of the country, you want to join the conversation, you can call our WhatsApp. But we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Post your comments on our live stream. We'd love to hear from you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello. Hi, Maryann. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, you have a titular for you're calling from Ikeja.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you what is wrong with Nigeria is that Nigeria is not ready for anything civilization. Nigeria as a country is not ready for anything peace. Nigeria as a country is not ready for anything development. But Nigeria is
what do
ready
you
for
mean?
everything destruction.
Why? What do you mean by that? Nigerians are asking for development. They want peace. They want all of these things.
When you say Nigeria, have you ever got anything right in this country? You always have people who want to cut corners, destroy everything, sabotage things, and get themselves rich at the detriment of everybody's benefit. So Amusan complains about our flight. Yes or no? Now, the other guy now got about 7. He got to the final after about 18 years that Nigeria got to that feat in this championship last. So when are we going to get anything right? I don't understand. But the truth is that Nigerians themselves will deliver themselves when they are ready.
Okay.
And poverty finishes everybody. That time our eyes will clear. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Maryann. This is Kenny. How are you?
I'm good, Kenny. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I would say is that, when, what's his name, Victor Osimhen got injured, and our doctor said he only bruised his shin. But when he got back to his club, they did more comprehensive investigative, examination and found out that it was more serious than that. So with reference to that guy with the COVID situation, I'm just thinking that we in Nigeria need to have specialized medical personnel that have to do with sports medicine so that we can give more holistic and, concise diagnosis. Okay. Because the health of these sportsmen and women is very, very, very valuable, very precious. So that's what I'll say in reference to that. I'm also happy that I believe strongly in my mind that Nigeria is turning the curve because we all are identifying the different things that are wrong in our society. Look at the price gouging, reference to the fuel pump situation, we all are pointing it out one by one. And I think that ultimately we will become more introspective so that we collectively will join hands together and fix our country. Nigeria go better in our time. God bless Nigeria. Good job, Maryann.
All right. Thank you very much. I hope so. So I want to say amen. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Prince Wise, calling you from Oshodi.
Go ahead, please.
You see, when you talk of this River State matter, Fubara, some of us say the way they appoint that is so that as administrator is illegal. At the court of law, the matter in court is not yet ascertained by the Supreme Court. So if it is illegal or not legal until give verdict. Some of us say, for me, I just praise the people of the state and I praise the administrator that will allow me to reign for that 6 years and 6 months. Fubara said it about 2 months ago.
Was there any fighting? Were there crises? Were there people in the streets? Were people being killed and people dying, like in Plateau or in Zamfara? Because I want to understand what you mean by if there has the opposite of peace. Obviously, is chaos. What was the chaos that was going on in River State? That's the question I'm trying to ask.
Excuse me. Before the suspense of Fubara, we know what is happening in this. Many people are threatening.
What exactly was? So Wike was also threatening. The people who were threatening, but what was the chaos that led to us asking for peace?
As of today, Maryann, it's a lesson for Fubara that when you are beating the drum of war, the war has come around, and the mass. They setting aside. You have to go to the rest of politics now.
Okay, all right. Prince Wise, thank you so much for calling. I don't understand. He was beating the drums of war. Anyway, it's an interesting. I want to see how when Fubara comes back. Anyway, let's see where he defects to or moves to. There's a lot of cross-carpeting happening these days. Let's see where his loyalty lies right now. Because many will say that he's been beaten to shape, so now he's going to obey his masters, especially those who put him there. And there are those who have also said, why are Rivers people screaming blue murder when the way he got into power was through the hand of Esau? That same hand is trying to set him straight, and everyone's screaming. There are too many sides to this conversation, but are we ready to have it? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Usman from Lady.
Go ahead, Usman.
Maryann, you know, say all these APC supporters, the any small they say the court.
Please leave them now. They have their opinion. Doesn't mean that they don't have an opinion.
Now they get the court. That's why I say it is day for court. It is day for court. It say footballer can learn his lesson. What footballer do? What if footballer do when they learn his lesson? I don't know all these people. I don't understand all these people. I don't know. Wike are doing 8 years. Let Fubara do 8 years. Is it a problem? When Wike was there, who did some Wike? I mentioned some Wike. People are just talking. Say Fubara learn lesson. What of lesson is that? If I first ask what of lesson, Fubara learn. I don't know I don't know. Look at the country. Look at the country where they are ruling. Look at the country. I beg. I want to talk about the Dangote and...
no, we don't have time again. Sorry. We don't have time. I need to go. You used all your time to rant. Unfortunately, I have 2 minutes and I have to read some messages. AB Ambo on Facebook Live says, the people of River State did not vote for Tinubu's mandate at the state level. John Bernard Ohi here says, on the issue of River State, the Supreme Court should be ashamed of themselves for not hearing this case. Forget about Prince Wyes's... okay, thank you. But leave Prince Wyes alone, okay? Chris here says, why is it that any business Dangote enters, there will be a price war? Sugar, there was a war. Cement, there was a war. Now petrol, war. If he enters too big business, tomorrow there will be war. Okay, Chris. This one says, you see, some of these petrol attendants, they can be so smart with cheating. If you're not looking at them, they will sell you to you without wiping the price of after selling to the last person. Thereby selling less fuel to you and collecting their money. For the guy with the COVID condition, it's unfortunate. The same thing they do to doctors, making them overwork without caring for their health. For Toby, it's good she brought this out. NFA they just want to cover up that the complete kit is on its way. Does this not show negligence of duty and incompetence on their part? Benita, thank you for your message. This one says, you amaze me, Maryann. What you're asking what's wrong with Nigeria, my dear. The problem is that you think Nigeria is a country. It is a country, sir. I don't think it. I know it. The day you realize that Nigeria is what Nigeria is, the better you will understand Nigeria. Uche, thank you. This one's from Ola in Ikotu, and he says, Ibas has exonerated himself by saying he has fulfilled the mandate of Mr. President, just like Pontius Pilate said that the sin of killing Jesus Christ shouldn't be put on his head. Ola, thank you for your message. Uche from Songo here says, the president never broke any law. This is how you people deceived Fubara. Who's you people? And this one says, Maryann, before the River State the declaration of emergency, there was virtually non-existence of real governance, as the suspended governor was the only person without the legislative branch and local government in the state. That was the judgment given by the High Court against the case which Fubara himself took to court. But now the measure used justified the emergency rule by the president. Okay. This one says, to me, that's all administrator in River State was celebrating illegality. It's unfortunate that the rule of law is not obeyed in Nigeria. And finally, this one says, these sportsmen and women are beginning to speak up. What about those in villages and ordinary Nigerians that are suffering manipulation and repressive policies? Thank you, Adamo. Momo.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
People tap capsule full ground. Anytime pen they around. If pen one show in power, 3 in 1 day. To knock and power. People cap pen for body, pen from fever. That's why I don't carry up always. People cap hammer pen away. People cap they buy me always. Before you always.
After 3 days, if body no tranga, go see Dr. National Healthcare Limited with them market arm.
Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria Tandagdiba with Ibucap.
How do we make our cooking come alive, oh? Pepetera. For that tasty meal when you like, oh. Pepetera. I mean, you want cook food to impress, oh. Pepetera. Pepetera, Pepetera.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.